It's the end of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and we're here to navigate you into the weekend, that fantastic time where work ends. And you can freely listen to this podcast. But as Brent likes to say, I don't know how he set the standard for this, but we're going to get the business out of the way here. Unfortunately, to enjoy the weekend, you have to go through the week, which means you got to work. And why do you got to work? Because you are going to go and get yourself a mortgage that you got to pay off. And to do that, you're going to connect with Mike and Renee with Hetowski Realty. Century 21, they're going to help you get out of your parents' basement and find that home of your dreams. So give them a call, Mike and Renee Hetowski. Find their information on our socials, which are as follows. On Facebook, you can just search for The Menacing Podcast. On X, at Menacing Podcast. And you can email us, menacingpodcast at gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Spotify. I don't know about Apple Podcast. If there's a message, like you can leave comments on Spotify.
Yeah, you can leave a review, but
you can't comment on Apple Podcasts. But you can still follow us, rate and review us in all those places, and share us with your friends or your enemies. We don't care. We'll offend everyone. That's what we do. To all the lovers and the haters.
Exactly.
Brent.
Yo.
Welcome back to another episode.
Yeah.
This is Friday.
Friday.
The weekend is upon us.
Yes.
So what do you got? We talked about a couple things.
Oh, we did.
Right?
We wet the whistle. We wet your whistles, if you will, on Wednesday. So let's start out with the poll. Because everybody knows that I have the cult of myself. The cult of Brent.
Yes.
I don't really like referring to myself in the third person. I'm not that bougie. I'm not that cult leader. I want to be accepting of everybody except for vegans. And I want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable and gets sprinkled by some whiskey. But we threw out a poll on the name change. So let's get that result. Russ, do you have it?
Yeah, I just got distracted quick. Hold, please.
Oh, okay. You're looking
okay, here we go.
Veganism?
All right. Yeah. Like, what is a vegan? Not good.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready? So, with...
What?
It wasn't even close. What?
Did you say whiff?
With 100% of the vote.
Okay, it really sounded whiff.
We'll get a whiff of that corpse flower. That's what I'm saying. Wafting, yes. So, it wasn't even close.
Okay.
The Democratic Democracy of Whiskey won the day.
The Democratic Democracy of Whiskey cult. I love it.
That's a good name for it.
Yes,
that is
DDWC.
That is very good. I'm here for that.
Yes. You know what? We should make like bracelets or whiskey glasses with the DDWC.
Yes. Wait, what's the WC?
The Democratic Democracy of Whiskey cult.
Oh, cult. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Or I mean, we could go with the DDW, but
that does. I like the DDWC. I just didn't know where the C came into
cult.
play.
Yeah.
So
we could put it on some whiskey glasses, and people could be drinking, and like I'm part of it. Like if you don't have it, you're not part of it. And it's a great way to quote evangelize to other people.
Yes.
Spread it around. Hey, what do you got on that whiskey? Let me tell you about the Democratic Democracy of Whiskey.
I feel like I'm going to hear a lot of things at church about you saying, what did you say? You said evangelizing.
Yeah.
That is not what evangelizing is.
Absolutely it is. It's spreading the good word of whiskey.
And Brent.
Yeah, and Brent.
Although we'll keep the trivia scores hush.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We don't want
they're all 100%.
All 5 for 5. 6 out of 5.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. We'll actually make up some bracelets too, the DDWC. So
yes,
people will ask, "What does that mean?" And you can tell them. You can tell them.
This is what it means.
Exactly. So there we go. I like it.
I do too. That's very good.
Yeah.
We did.
I might mix it up a couple of times, and it's my.
You can do whatever you want. It's your cult.
Yeah, it's my cult.
That's the beauty of being a cult leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just explain it away somehow.
Yeah,
like
like
there's a reason that it wasn't just a random mix-up. Like,
Yeah.
there was a reason, and everybody would be like, "Oh,
Right. So yeah, there we go. I love it. I love it. So
Very good.
Now it's the Democratic
Democracy of Whiskey.
Yes.
Definitely not a dictatorship.
No.
It's got democratic democracy right in the name.
Exactly.
You cannot have a dictatorship that says democracy in its name.
Absolutely not.
Democracy!
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Majority wins. So yeah, that's awesome. I can't wait to get that merch out. The DDWC. Look for it on social media, but don't hold your breath.
No, that's, yeah.
So Wednesday we left off with talking about Y2K
Yeah.
and how these little Gen Zers want to mock people that were born in the quote late 1900s.
It just sounds horrible.
It really does. But they didn't have to go through the gigantic scare of Y2K. Now, some people might be like, Brent, we just went through a pandemic. Pfft, please. If you didn't go through Y2K, don't come at me with this pandemic talk. Okay?
At least there was like an illness going around during the pandemic.
Yeah,
With
sure.
Y2K, it was nothing. There was nothing.
There was nothing. Grossly misrepresented by the government, if you will, or whoever wanted to spread the misinformation at that time. But yeah, it was. I remember because Matrix, the first Matrix, just came out in 1999.
Did it really?
Yeah, and it was super cool to see because they did all new camera things, and it was like yes, and then. Like shortly after it, they're like, Y2K, computers are going to crash. We're going to go back to the dark ages. Literally, this is what people were saying. Going back to the dark ages, everything's going to crash.
Yes. Why was that? I don't even... Was it because computers weren't formulated to go into like the 2000?
Yeah, or so it had something to do, I believe. Somebody's going to email in. Or
what is it? Okay, hold on. I have a little description here from Britannica.
Oh, better than Wikipedia.
Until the 1990s, I feel like you have to do it with a British accent.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Until the 1990s, many computer programs, especially those written in the early days of computers, were designed to abbreviate 4-digit years as 2 digits in order to save memory space. These computers could recognize 98 as 1998, etc., but would be unable to recognize 00 as 2000, perhaps interpreting it to mean 1900. Many feared that when the clocks struck midnight on January 1, 2000, many affected computers would be using an incorrect date and thus fail to operate properly unless the computer's software was repaired or replaced before the date. Other computer programs that projected budgets or debts in the future could begin malfunctioning in 1999 when they made projections into 2000. In addition, some computer software did not take into account that the year 2000 was a leap year. Oh. And even before the dawn of 2000... Before the dawn of 2000, that doesn't help, right?
I kind of feel like that should have been a movie.
Before the dawn of 2000, we were hunting mastodons with spears. It was feared that some computers might fail on September 9, 1999. 99.
Oh, man.
Isn't that the mark of the beast? Because early...
That's 66.
See, I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I don't know if that
Wait
works
till
upside
66.
down.
Wait till 2066.
Oh. June 6, 6,666.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I'm going to be dead.
Because early programmers often used a series of 9s to indicate the end of a program.
Oh, well. Okay. So what I heard was
Not much.
Yeah, well, what I heard was the binary code couldn't couldn't process the switch to 2000.
Yeah, that basically everything was, the thought process is that flip to 2000, right? Computer programs wouldn't work.
Right,
They
right.
would everything would crash.
Yeah, it was terrifying. I mean, people that are younger that listen, you might not realize this, but people actually built storage in their houses to stock up on goods that weren't perishable.
Is that when preppers became a big thing?
Probably.
In the late 1900s?
Yes, in the very late 1900s.
It's the dawn of the 2000s.
Right, yeah, and it was ridiculous, And honestly, like I was 12 or 13, so I was thinking to myself, what can I use to keep warm?
This is 2000. Then, not
You wanna?
no. I see by the look in your eyes, I should not finish that.
I might be old, but I will still kick some butt. I might have been born in the late 1900s, but I'm still scrappy enough.
Well before the dawn of the 2000s.
That is the best line of that whole thing.
We're out there in caves, fighting off saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, did you get to meet a caveman? I was the caveman.
I was the original, yeah.
But it was crazy because you like I was sitting there going, oh, what can I use to keep warm? Because I lived in a house that ran off of a oh my god,
computer.
Off of a computer. No, off of a furnace.
Okay, yeah.
not a wood burning stove.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, so if computers go down and there's no electricity, blah blah blah. Like I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness, how am I going to prepare?
And banks and insurance companies, they were using computers at the time. A lot of business was being done on computers at that point.
I know this might shock some of you because it was the late 1900s, but yeah, there was a lot on computers at that time.
Can you imagine? I feel like the Gen Xers, what's a computer? Because all they know are phones.
Phones, yeah,
and maybe tablets.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But I feel like for sure they got the phones. Like, what's a computer?
I mean, I think Eminem said it best when he said he's got a computer in his back pocket. Because that's true.
That the green Eminem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the lady. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the red one. The red one's the kind of the main one.
Oh yeah.
The green one is the sexy lady Eminem.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
It's weird that they have
a sexy Eminem.
Eminem's got to come from somewhere, though.
Get over here, you green M&M. Actually, I say that a lot of times when I have M&Ms. The yellow one, I always don't want to eat the yellow one.
You don't like I love the yellow.
No.
I
don't want to eat the yellow one because he's the funny one.
Oh, that's true. But I actually prefer.
But that green one is going in my mouth.
I prefer peanut M&Ms to regular M&Ms.
The yellow one is the peanut M&M.
I prefer that. I don't actually like regular M&Ms.
I like them both.
And whoever said they melt in your mouth, not in your hand, has never held an M&M.
How long are you holding your M&Ms?
Not long. That's the thing. I feel like you should know that. They don't last long.
Don't worry, they have a thick candy shell.
But it melts. It still melts.
Still melts.
And it dyes your hand.
How? I know that we talked about how warm we get.
Yeah.
But I can... Oh, you know what I do? I just pour it right in my mouth from the bag. That's... Never mind. Maybe step up your game.
I've clearly...
Go bag to mouth.
I just have a funnel stuck in there. It's like a... What is it? Like a beer chug? A kegger. There you go. He's doing a handstand.
Just saying. Avoid the melting.
I admire you for that. I can't do it. I can't do the bag to mouth or the box to mouth.
Yeah?
I can't do it.
Why?
There's something about it because I think I maybe am a germaphobe a little bit. And I wonder how many people have handled that bag in the store.
Fair enough. Well, it doesn't have to touch your mouth.
I can't do it any other way. Okay. I have terrible hand-eye coordination. I need that bag to be directly funneled into my mouth.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm getting in my ear.
Your wife hears you go, "What's wrong?"
We're Italian.
What's wrong? M&M in my eye. Don't worry about it. and one possibly lodged in my nose.
Yeah, I don't know.
We might have to go to the emergency room to get this retrieved.
I haven't read the.
Never mind, it's melting. I can feel the chocolate in my sinuses.
Dyes everything green.
Oh, the sexy one.
Yeah. Get out of there, you sexy M&M.
Ooh, you're toying with me.
Now, in fairness, I wouldn't have that problem with the peanut M&Ms because they're too big to get into your nostrils.
Challenge accepted.
I did it. Also, could you drive me to the emergency room?
It is lodged in my brain. I can feel it touching my cortex.
It is melting on my brain.
It hit the stem. Never mind. Don't take me. I'm getting some good vibes right now.
Yeah, they don't say it melts in your mouth, not in your brain.
Yeah.
They don't say that. That's not part of the slogan. I had to consciously think about how the slogan would go that way.
So, I don't get how long you're holding it. Like, why are you eating them outside in direct sunlight?
Because that's where people offer it to me.
What kind of vans are you jumping into?
Don't worry about it. You say this is candy in here? I'm in.
Apparently you are. Holy cow. It's got some music and you're like, oh, I got it. I'm following that van.
I don't know how I have such a hard time eating M&Ms, Brent. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't know.
You should probably figure it out.
The peanut ones don't melt as quickly. It's the regular. I have the biggest problem with the regular M&Ms.
Okay. You know what? In all fairness, yeah. If I put them in my hand and I just like yell at one of my kids real quick, I'm like, oh, great. Now it looks like the Olympics is in my hand. Great. The Olympic flag is in my hand now.
Look at this. What? France? What the?
I guess I'm gonna have to lick it.
Why is my hand smoking all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's weird.
Would you like a croissant?
To all our listeners in France, I'm sure you're getting real sick of getting poked on.
It's just beginning.
But it's easy.
Yeah, you make it easy.
Yeah. Of course, we have the French also in Canada too. So
yeah, French Canadians, which I hear are worse than the regular French.
Worse how? They give up real easy. I'm coming in. Okay.
Yeah, I left about 5 hours ago. There's a note on the table. I knew you were coming. Left the house for you and your friends.
M&Ms are on the table.
Yeah. Oh, that's too aggressive.
That's too aggressive.
It's melting everywhere. I also don't like. I don't know what type of chocolate they use for M&Ms, but it does not taste like normal milk chocolate.
You know what? I really wish that they would do more dark chocolate. I feel like I like dark chocolate a little bit more.
Do they have a dark chocolate M&M?
They probably do.
I don't think they do.
I think they do. They have a ton of M&Ms.
I know they do.
It's crazy.
They have like a Reese's Pieces type, but it's an M&M type with peanut butter inside.
Yeah. They have the pretzel.
How does Reese's Pieces feel about that, by the way?
Well, I don't think they... I don't think... Well, you know what?
They had a corner on the market.
They might be owned by the same company, so they don't care.
Oh, that's interesting. But I feel like still... Because the M&M lovers are going to be like, no, it's so much better than a Reese's Pieces.
You know what? I've had the peanut butter M&Ms. They're great, but not quite like a Reese's peanut butter. Reese's.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. There is absolutely a difference.
I don't know. Maybe it's the shell, the harder shell casing that changes.
Maybe, but I feel like the M&M, the peanut butter M&M is more chocolate than peanut butter.
Yeah, it is.
Where the Reese's is more peanut butter than
they
chocolate.
have the balance better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do. Oh my goodness. You know what? I don't know if you're talking about like the Reese's Pieces like M&Ms or if you're talking about like the Reese's Pieces cups, but oh my god, the cups and those bunnies.
I was talking about the Reese's Pieces M&Ms for lack of better term.
Okay, yeah.
But the cups are, those are amazing.
Those are knockout. That's
whoever invented that
genius.
Should get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Number 2, can't believe they let that crack cocaine out on the public.
Yeah,
holy cow.
Again, it goes back to whoever invented that. They deserve. How have they not gotten
Yeah.
an award?
Where's their recognition?
Yeah.
Like Medal of, well, let's not go that far. At least Medal of Peace. At least getting the highest medal as a civilian.
Yeah.
What is that? It's not Medal of Peace.
The
It's-
Congressional Medal of Honor.
Nope, that's for the military.
Is that really?
Yes.
Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Okay. I don't know.
I thought the Congressional Medal of Honor. I thought that could
the
go to
Medal of
anybody.
Honor? No, that's definitely military. That's definitely a military. And most of the time, you're not even receiving it in person.
Oh.
Yeah. It's definitely you're going above and beyond.
All right, I'm looking up the highest civilian award. Okay, it's the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Okay. So the
Well, is the highest civilian award of the United States alongside the Congressional Gold Medal. That's the one I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
Not the Medal of Honor. The
what
Congressional.
did your boy get?
What you talk? It's sad that I know which one you're talking about. He got the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just so. So what's the difference between freedom and gold medal? I mean, besides the gold.
One you're given by Congress.
Oh,
The other you're given by the president.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, you know what?
How has it like maybe posthumously bestow it upon
Yeah.
the guy? Because I can't imagine that guy's still alive. I'm making an assumption here.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. I don't even know who invented it, but it really needs to go to him.
Oh, absolutely. Because that was. So my candies. I used to be huge on Snickers, but my candies have actually switched over the years. And without a doubt, if you want to if you want to get to my heart, like, let's be real. This is gonna be a tender moment right now.
Okay.
This is real talk. If you want to get to my heart,
Yeah.
you're gonna get either peanut. I like peanut M&Ms over plain, but either one, I'm good.
Okay.
You give me a Reese's cup or a Reese's bunny, something like that. Lights out.
What are your thoughts on Cadbury eggs? Going across the pond. Shout out to our UK listeners.
Cadbury. I haven't had any, so if they want
Those are delicious. They're
they wanna
cream
send us-
filled. I don't know what
I love. Okay.
the cream is like. I don't know exactly what that. But it's delicious. It's delicious cream.
Okay. All right.
You've
And-
never had a Cadbury egg?
I don't think so. It's not. It's not.
It's weird because the advertising makes you think that a bunny laid
The egg.
the egg, which I didn't. I'm no scientist, but
But the only mammal that lays an egg is a platypus, and we still don't even know if they.
wow, that was not a trivia question. Even you just had that trivia knowledge right off the top of your head.
You're like, son of a. That's off the next week.
Yeah, looks like you got one already for next week.
But so it's the M&M's plain or peanut
Or peanut, yeah.
the Reese's cups or the chocolate covered peanut butter, whether it's in a bunny form, like whatever, lights out, or it's Almond Joy.
Almond Joy.
Yeah.
There had to be a garbage one in there. That Almond Joy?
Oh, the coconut, the chocolate, and the almond.
Who? I don't feel like coconut should be involved in candy
What?
because that person does not deserve the Presidential Medal of Freedom or the
What?
Oh, John even came back for that one. I don't feel that person should not get Almond Joy.
Yeah.
That
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
I used to eat the shaved coconut
what?
plain. Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
That
That stuff. Oh, it's fire.
okay.
Hey. Okay. What are yours? I did the real talk. What is yours
okay,
to get to your heart? Ooh, yes. I want caramel. Get away.
Well, I do love the was it the 100 grand bar?
gross. Okay.
Those are delicious.
Okay.
They got some caramel in them.
Caramel.
Or Three Musketeer.
All right. I'm not even going to battle you on that one.
I don't even know what that is in it. It's a nougat. That's
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what a nougat is.
It's a cloud wrapped in chocolate.
It's delicious.
Can't even-
That is a great way to put it.
TM.
They brought the cloud down.
Yeah. Suck it, Three Musketeers. You should
Yeah.
have thought of that by yourselves.
Take that. We're doing your advertising for you, but we already trademarked it.
Yeah.
And then let me. Oh goodness, there's a lot.
Of course. Well, look at you.
Just there's a reason. Just the Ghirardelli chocolate caramel squares.
What did you just swear at me?
Yeah, I did. You Ghirardelli.
Or those the chocolate wrapped
No,
chocolate
those
balls?
you're thinking the Lindor truffles.
Oh,
also very good.
They are very good.
But no, they're usually in a square, little square individually wrapped thing.
Okay.
Ghirardelli.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
I love those.
Okay. Yeah.
I love chocolate, as you so kindly pointed out. Yes, thank you.
You have a bit of a more expensive taste.
Yes, if I don't have them a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like the only one that anybody can afford is like the Three Musketeer. And you're naming off these the Ghirardelli and the caramel. And
The $100,000 is not. It
oh,
doesn't
you did.
cost
You did.
that
You
much.
did. You did say.
It-
You did say 100.
That's not the price.
Right. Well, it will be
With
later.
inflation.
Yeah, it will be later when your doctor bill comes.
You have diabetes.
Yeah, and you're about to lose your left foot. Am I right? Diabetes.
Also, anytime, anywhere, gummy bears or gummy worms.
Oh, really? Okay.
just-
throwing. All right.
You could forgo any of the chocolate. You just bought me gummy bears or gummy worms.
Yeah.
In this, even if they're the sour ones.
Yeah.
Especially if they're the sour ones.
You know what? Going off of chocolate, you get me those individual mints that they. It's I don't know if it's a mint or what, but like it's a lot of times you find them at weddings, but they're like.
Are they like They don't have like a specific shape, but they're kind of
like little squares, and they're supposed to be. They're quote like mints, and a lot of times you have them with like a peanut mixture,
but they
or
dissolve quicker.
Yeah, it's just like, those things,
Yeah, those are good.
fantastic.
Do you remember those pink round mints
pink
that like
round mints?
everybody's grandma had? They're just like
no.
pink. I don't.
Werther's. Oh my
They're like
gosh.
menthol or something. I don't know, but it was.
It's a cigarette
Probably.
in candy form.
Yes. It could have very well been.
Vaping before vaping. Suck on this, son.
I don't know what it was. It tasted. Looked and it tasted like Pepto-Bismol, but they were delicious. I don't know how they did it. This is to help your stomach.
It was Pepto-Bismol. It was just
Candy Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah. That's but Werther's though too.
Oh, you're a Werther's fan?
Yeah.
Which is caramel.
Or caramel. Yeah, because my
Chewy or hard?
how do I say this without sounding like I'm part of a movement? Hard.
Okay. Have you ever had those? They have some during like fall that are caramel apples. They're chewy.
What are you? No, I haven't.
You haven't had those?
No.
They're pretty good.
Well, so like when I was younger, when my grandpa, here I'm going to preface this so that you don't make any jokes. When my grandpa was still alive,
The early 1900s.
yeah, the early, yeah, he would always give me Werther's when I went over to his house.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
everybody's story.
Well, I just didn't want you to poke fun at my dead grandpa. I was trying to save you some embarrassment.
I think,
Okay.
in fairness, I think if there's anybody who's caused embarrassment by jokes they've made,
Oh, me? I'm not embarrassed by any of the jokes that I've made.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I stand by them.
You were the one who came up with all those news stories that sounded funny in your head, but
Oh yeah,
that was you, right?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
I have a concussion.
I do work at the BBC.
I have a
low-key.
concussion, so
Yeah, you do.
I don't remember. Before we wrap up here,
Don't we have a Kermit letter?
yeah, we
Kermit
did.
the Frog.
We've got him here with us.
All right.
Kermit, do you want to come over here and read off your letter? Or are you? Wait,
No,
are you
no,
gonna do the
no,
Kermit?
no,
or,
no.
okay,
No,
you started doing it, so
Nope.
we hadn't talked about this beforehand.
No, we have
Yeah, so I wrote this letter. I wanted to kind of read it for you all. It's an open letter to the Menacing Podcast because you sometimes talk about more conspiracy-minded things, and Disney doesn't let me usually do that. So I have this here. Hi there, podcast friends.
Yeah, so you put friends in quotation marks, Kermit.
Yeah, it speaks for itself.
Okay. That's we'll continue.
Thanks, buddy.
Kermit the Frog here, but not the Kermit you think you know. Frogs have secrets, dark, slimy secrets buried in lily ponds. I've listened to your show for 5 years, which is 5.5 frog years.
That doesn't really
Didn't we
seem
just
to be much
celebrate our 1 year?
different. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, huh.
And how does that 5.5? 5.
Don't question it. In its time, you learn the truth. Ever heard of Dr. Fauci, Chief Medical Officer?
Fauci?
Isn't that his,
Never heard of
is
her.
that his name? I don't. That's what I wrote. So.
Oh, okay.
He sends messages demanding compliance for clinical trials with no negotiation. Failure to arrive means immediate detainment. Your fragile life is in my hands now, Fauci's voice echoes.
Fauci?
Obedience. What? Yes.
Okay.
I don't see what are you having trouble with?
Nothing. Just making sure I'm hearing correctly.
Obedience is your only option. Trust me, I'm a urologist. The latest trial is
Sorry, a what?
what now?
A what?
Yeah, I'm actually a little lost on that one too. Did you say
A urologist.
urologist? Okay.
PP doctor?
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
It's a doctor of some sort, isn't it?
Oh,
That's,
okay.
Yeah, technically correct. Yes.
That's the best kind of correct. The latest trial is for anti-rhinoceros underwear.
I'm sorry. What did?
Did he just make up?
Anti-rhinoceros
Are you ma-
underwear.
Is he making up things?
Who?
Is he? Are you making up things?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I'm writing this from the heart and from research I've done online.
Anti-rhinoceros underwear.
Underwear. Fauci believes this will revolutionize personal safety. Do not test my resolve, Fauci whispers. I will break anyone who defies my wisdom. I am the science. Transportation is provided if you don't arrive at the coordinates. The trial seeks to push medical and sartorial boundaries to new levels.
For a frog, you have a very good vocabulary. Do you know what it means?
Well, let me finish.
Okay.
Again, this is not... Disney doesn't usually let me talk about this stuff.
All right.
I know where you record.
Is that about?
Yeah, well, I'm in
It
this.
sounded like a
I'm
threat.
here with you. You invited me in.
Oh, okay. But it sounded like a threat.
It was meant as one.
Oh, okay.
I've seen you laugh, unaware of the creeping darkness. It's there, just out of sight. One day, you'll remember this email. You'll remember the frog who tried to warn you. Until then, keep spreading your stories. You'll be sorry. Even the happiest puppet can have the darkest secrets. Yours in croaking darkness, Kermit the Frog.
Welcome to the WB. Oh, wrong.
Yeah, can you do the "Hello, my baby, hello, my darling"?
That's a different frog. I can do "Why Are There So Many Songs About Rainbows," which the Rainbow Connection song. Anybody? No. Okay. Well, I'll see myself out. I just wanted to share some stuff I've been researching lately.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kermit. I'm not sure.
That was.
Were you listening to the podcast? Because none of that actually applied to the podcast.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's sharing thoughts, stuff that goes on in
I
frog
thought you were
heads.
leaving.
Oh, yeah, well, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What are rhinoceros underwear?
Actually, there is precedent for that, Brent.
Don't throw around words you don't understand.
Sorry, we do that all the time, though, I thought.
That's our shtick.
There's an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where they are camping, and long story short, while they're camping, they have a bearfish attack. And in order to ward off the bearfish, you draw a circle around yourself, and the bearfish can't attack. But so what happens after a bearfish attack is that it draws in a rhinoceros fish. And the only way to ward off the rhinoceros fish is wearing your anti-rhinoceros fish underwear. So there's precedent for that research. That's not just out of the blue there.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
That's usually why we don't let Kermit on the podcast often.
I see why Disney doesn't let him talk much.
Well, that's why Miss Piggy's there.
Yeah.
We didn't get Miss Piggy over here.
No, we probably should have invited them both.
Probably. She keeps Kermit in check, actually.
Yeah.
He's a notorious conspiracy theorist.
I feel like he is.
Yeah.
I feel like he really is.
To a level that's like, what? Although, again, the rhinoceros underwear actually is, that seems like good research.
Yeah. I mean, we in America do need a good set of rhinoceros underwear just in case of...
What if one breaks out of a zoo?
Yeah, exactly. Or, we're out on a safari here in America and one tries to attack.
Right. Yes, out on safari in America.
Yeah. Don't question it.
I'm not.
You know what's really sad?
What's that?
Some new listeners might be like, we have a safari? No, we don't. We have a desert, but we don't.
Isn't there one in Michigan? They have like a safari?
It's, you're talking about...
Binder Park.
Yes, Binder. Yes,
Park Zoo.
Binder Zoo. Yep.
Yeah.
I knew it started with a B, but I was like, it's not Banger. And it's not Bridger. I couldn't get the...
No, you're getting close.
I was getting there.
You had the B right.
Yeah.
And there's one in Florida, too, you can go and drive through.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you have to set it up. But again, they're caged.
No, I think it's all just natural.
Oh, yeah.
It's out there.
Yeah.
The great Florida plains.
Yeah.
The rhinoceroses.
Yeah. Is that how you pronounce it?
Rhinoceri?
Yeah. Is it like dice die?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Goose gaggle?
Nobody knows.
But that's strange.
That's again.
I haven't gotten my rhinoceros underpants, so
they're still researching it. That's part of it.
I need to check into it.
You should.
I absolutely.
It's something you got to really watch out for.
Who needs a horn there?
Yeah, that is not the place for it.
No, absolutely not.
So we are at the end of the podcast.
Man,
We're actually well over the end of the podcast.
Okay, can I just throw this one last thing out that
go ahead.
I saw?
It's our podcast. We can literally do whatever we want.
Well, I saw on a tech website. It was either tech news or it was a news on technology.
Nerd.
Yeah, I know.
In a newspaper? Do you subscribe to a periodical about it?
Yeah. Popular Mechanics. Popular Science Mechanics.
One of those
whatever.
popular things.
Yeah. The Surgeon General wants to...
Oh, yes.
The Surgeon General wants to put warnings
on social media
apps. Yeah.
I just wanted to get it out.
No, you're not going to upset me.
Oh,
I don't get flustered like you do when I steal your thunder.
That time I didn't truly steal your thunder.
No, but it's very weird. Like, cigarettes may cause lung cancer. Chewing tobacco may cause gum cancer. Facebook may cause brain cancer. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna. May cause brain cancer, bullying, self-esteem problems, anorexia,
yeah, what
dyslexia.
Do you put for the? What do you put down for the warnings?
All this whole list, death at the end. Like, what are you gonna put? What are you gonna put? How about you stop being on social media, except for ours, and you go out and you talk to people.
We're not gonna ruin your self-esteem.
Absolutely not. I mean, we might be smart. We might be smarty pants to you.
There might be something.
We won't intentionally go out of our way to mock you. He said sarcastically.
We are 100% going to do that.
Yes, we will. Yes,
I saw that too. That's an interesting one. Yeah, what do you put? Who gets to dictate that? Like,
yeah, well,
Well,
Zuckerberg
that's
for
fair.
sure, and Musk obviously.
I feel like they wouldn't actually put any disclaimers
two of
on.
them.
Then it'd be like, may cause you joy,
But that's the thing.
may
it's like-
cause you to love life. Filters may cause you to have a better view of yourself than is actually warranted.
filters portray you as more beautiful than what you are.
Yes.
But that's the thing is, like, what was it last week? We talked about how true crime podcasts have warnings, like, warning. Now it's like social media is like, oh, we need to put up a disclaimer. Like, no, you don't. If you've been on social media for half a minute, you understand that, guess what? It sucks. Except for ours, because ours is uplifting and very positive.
We build you up.
Yes.
We're not out there like your crazy Aunt Myrtle posting about how much she loves Donald Trump and MAGA all the time.
Or on the flip side, how much you love Joe Biden and how great he is.
And
They're like,
nobody's posting about that.
Well, I mean, we're out there posting about how Fauci says he's physically fit enough to do another 4 years.
I thought it was Fauci,
Yeah, Fauci.
according to
Fauci.
Kermit.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it both ways. But yeah, it's very interesting how it's like, oh, now we need a disclaimer. Like, my kids are gonna get a disclaimer on their social media apps about how it may cause X amount of traumas to their life. It's like, okay, then you don't need it.
It's like
Except
Disney
for ours,
movies
because
putting right.
yeah. It's like Disney movies. What?
Posting a whatchamacallit.
Raving.
I have a concussion. A trigger warning
Yeah.
at the beginning of their movies.
Trigger warning. White patriarchy. There's a princess who's going to be saved, obviously,
Oh, boy.
by a white guy.
We've overstayed our welcome. I guess we won't save you from your Aunt Myrtle there posting about manga stuff.
Probably not.
So, folks, thanks for listening. Reach out to us on the.
Yes, reach us out.
Everybody understood what I meant. Reach out to us on social media and make sure you pay attention to those trigger warnings. Make it same issues as smoking. That's
Yeah,
and vaping.
exactly. Yeah.
So we'll be back next week with all new episodes of the Menacing Podcast.